Imagine someone trying to steal Elvis Presley's mansion, Graceland, with nothing more than a stack of forged paperwork. Sounds impossible, right? But that's exactly what a woman from Missouri attempted. She claimed that Elvis's legendary home had been put up as collateral for a fake loan, and then she tried to foreclose on it. This isn't just some oddball scheme you'd see in a movie, it really happened. And today, I'm going to walk you through how the plan unfolded, how close she came to pulling it off, and why cases like this should make every homeowner nervous. For those of you who are new here, I'm Lance the PI. I've been a private investigator for over 25 years, and before that I worked for more than 10 years as in law enforcement. I've investigated scams, fraud, and identity theft cases across the country. And I can tell you, criminals don't always target average people. Sometimes they go after the most famous names and landmarks in America. That's why this case matters. If someone can try to steal Graceland, what's stopping them from trying to steal your house? Let's start with the backdrop. Graceland isn't just a house, it's an American landmark. Located in Memphis, Tennessee, Graceland was Elvis Presley's home from 1957 until his death in 1977. It's one of the most visited private homes in the United States, second only to the White House. Millions of fans have toured it. It's worth tens of millions of dollars. It's tied to Elvis's legacy and his family's estate. In other words, it's not just real estate, it's history. And that's what made this scheme so bold and so outrageous. The woman at the center of this case was from Missouri. Her plan was simple on paper, but audaciously in reality. She claimed that Lisa Marie Presley, Elvis's only daughter, who tragically passed away in 2023, had taken out a loan and put Graceland up as collateral. The loan, she said, had defaulted, and now she argued she had the right to foreclose on the property. To prove it, she produced paperwork, loan documents, notarization, assignments of interest. All of it looked official enough at first glance, but there was one problem. It was all fake. Here's where it gets interesting. In title fraud cases, the most common tool is forged paperwork. Criminals don't even need to break into your house to steal it. All they need is access to your personal information and a willingness to fake legal forms. In this case, the fraudster used falsified documents that claimed to show a loan company with rights over Graceland. She even created a fake lender entity. She forged signatures. She used fraudulent notary stamps. On the surface, it looked like Lisa Marie Presley had signed off on a loan that put Graceland at risk, but none of it was real. The most shocking part came in May 2024. Using these forged documents, she actually scheduled an auction of Graceland. That's right, Elvis's mansion, an American landmark, was about to be sold off at a foreclosure sale. Flyers went out, notices were posted, the Presley estate was blindsided. Imagine being a member of that family and learning through a foreclosure notice that someone else was about to take possession of your home. The audacity is hard to believe. As you can imagine, the reaction was swift. The Presley estate immediately went to court to stop the auction. Fans of Elvis, the media, and the city of Memphis were in shock. Headlines spread around the world. Graceland in foreclosure. The idea that anyone could just swoop in and claim ownership of such an iconic property seemed insane. And yet, here it was, a foreclosure sale date on the books, based entirely on forged documents. Now let's pause here. You might be thinking, how could this even get this far? The answer lies in how property systems work in the U.S. County recorders are designed to accept filings, not investigate them. That means if you show up with a notarized document that looks legitimate, it often gets recorded without much scrutiny. Criminals exploit that. They file forged deeds, fake transfers, and fraudulent liens. Unless someone challenges it, the system treats those documents as valid. That's why title fraud is so dangerous. It doesn't just happen to famous estates like Graceland's, it can happen to any homeowner. So let's recap. By mid-2024, a Missouri woman had filed forged documents, claimed Graceland as collateral, and scheduled a foreclosure auction. The Presley estate was fighting back in court, but the sale was already announced. If she succeeded, she stood to profit off Elvis Presley's legacy in one of the most brazen identity theft scams ever attempted. And that's where we're going to pause the story, because in part 2, I'll take you behind the scenes of the investigations. You'll see how law enforcement uncovered the forged documents, and the court filings revealed how the scammer finally got caught and sentenced. If you want to make sure you don't miss part 2, hit subscribe now. And if you want to protect yourself from title fraud and identity theft, don't wait until it's too late. Services like DataSale can remove your personal information from data broker sites, the same sites criminals use to gather details from scams like this. Click the link in the description to learn more. I'm Lance the PI, and this is part 1 of Identity Theft Stories, the plot to steal Graceland. Stay tuned, the best part of the story is still to come.